to decide if drivers will pay an extra nickel per gallon when they fill up. The county says the money is needed for transportation projects, but drivers aren't happy. Our Seminole County community correspondent Catherine Silver is at that commission meeting where today they are planning to take that vote. Catherine.
Good afternoon, Julie. We are expecting that vote this afternoon when commissioners reconvene here after 1:30. In the meantime, here is the proposal from county staff. They want to levy an additional 5 cents per gallon on motor fuel only. Now, that does not apply to diesel. If it passes today, the county expects it to generate about $8.8 million each year, and they would put that money back towards transportation, constructing new roads, resurfacing paved ones, and additional operation and maintenance costs. Now, you're probably wondering how that would impact your bottom line. The county says it would be about $2 per month for the average driver, so think about $24 every year. But it's not the only tax increase commissioners here are considering. They're also expected to vote on a utility tax hike this afternoon. We'll be here to let you know what the board decides and give you an update. For now, I'm live in Seminole County. Catherine Silver, News 6.
Catherine, thank you. Let's get you to check your forecast now as we start with a live look from Daytona Beach. Looking so beautiful out there. A lot of blue sky, maybe a few folks out enjoying the beach. Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos is here now. Candace, and we've seen a nice quiet start to our day, but some of those showers will be popping later.
Yeah, they're starting already just along 95 in the last 5 minutes. We've been seeing them starting to develop right along I-95 Daytona Beach. Even a few lightning strikes in the last 15-20 minutes there just south of Port Orange, New Smyrna. Now, again, models did a really good job kind of pinpointing this early this morning. That we're going to continue to see some of these scattered showers down through Maytown, down through Scottsmore as well. A couple scattered showers even making its way a little further inland there in Osceola County. Parts of central Orange County about to approach areas of the 417 just there along Conway, down through Narcoossee, St. Cloud as well. Now, for those who are not seeing the rain, we're all seeing the heat, and that looks like the rain has kind of just hopped right over the beaches. So if you are planning on enjoying the beaches today, it looks mostly rain-free, but certainly a hot one. Taking a live look outside, speaking of, one more time, Daytona Beach right now. It is picking up some rain. It's not there on the beach, but a little further inland, although current temperature right now feels like 95. We'll have more details on how the beach forecast could change a little bit within the week, all thanks to Tropical Storm Erin that's out there coming up in just a little bit.
Okay, Candace, thank you. We are following new details at noon after a teenager was hit by a car while riding his e-bike on the first day of school. It happened on Howland Boulevard and Robo Lane in Deltona yesterday. That is east of I-4, not far from Pride Elementary School. Our Volusia County community correspondent Angie Quesada has been digging into what happened and how that teen is doing today.
Thankfully, he is expected to be okay. Deputies say that 14-year-old was on his way to school on the very first day of school when he was hit on the crosswalk by a driver turning onto Howland Boulevard.
We didn't hear no sirens. We just walked out. They were out there. They had the kid on the floor there next to his bike.
Neighbors looked on in shock Monday after seeing the teenager down on the ground. Deputies say he was headed down Howland Boulevard when he was struck by a Kia that was making a turn. Investigators say the boy was then dragged 15 feet and ended up trapped before a passing tow truck driver stopped and lifted up the car.
It's pretty intense, you know, for a little while. The kids over here, they fly through the street. I've seen them many times. I keep telling my wife, one of these kids are going to get hurt.
The crash is just the latest in what's been a series of wrecks across Central Florida involving e-bikes, some of which can go over 20 miles per hour. Just last week, leaders in Edgewater debated new restrictions, but ultimately voted down a plan that would have banned the bikes on sidewalks. The sheriff in Flagler County, meantime, says his team is also looking to tighten regulations, all in the name of safety.
In this case, the teen was wearing a helmet, and even though he had to be airlifted to the hospital, he's expected to make a full recovery. Deputies say it's a good reminder to make sure you're wearing a helmet and to always make sure you're following the rules of the road. Reporting in Deltona, I'm your Volusia County community correspondent, Angie Quesada, News 6.
Right now, the husband of a woman killed in a brazen carjacking early last year is being sentenced in a federal case involving a drug ring. Miguel Aguas Vivas faces 20 years in prison after pleading guilty to a federal charge of conspiracy to engage in money laundering. Aguas Vivas would pick up drug money in Central Florida, then drop it off to someone he believed to be a money launderer. That person was actually a federal agent. Aguas Vivas believed that money was being turned into cryptocurrency. then sent to Colombia. Investigators also believe he sent his wife Catherine to Seminole County in April of last year to pick up $170,000 in drug money from another suspect. Investigators say that suspect, Giovanni Crespo Hernandez, and two others conspired to rob and kill Catherine. Catherine's body was found in her burnt-out car hours later. Several people have been indicted in her death. We will let you know what happens in court. A plea negotiation is set for later today for suspended Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez and his estranged wife, Robin Severance Lopez. The hearing will focus on options for the two when it comes to a plea deal in the case that centers around an illegal gambling operation. Lopez and Severance Lopez were arrested this year, along with several co-defendants. Marcos Lopez is charged with racketeering after investigators say he collected more than $600,000 in illegal payments while operating a now closed gaming room in Kissimmee that housed slot machines and other illegal gambling devices. His estranged wife is charged with racketeering as well, accused of helping run the operation. Both have pleaded not guilty. We'll update you on what happens in court. For the last 6 months, Florida has not had a lieutenant governor. That changed today when Governor Ron DeSantis announced State Senator Jay Collins of Tampa will take over as Florida's new lieutenant governor. This is the second time in the last 12 years Florida has been without a lieutenant governor for a prolonged period of time. It's one of the most pressing issues facing Lake County. Local leaders are working on a plan to manage growth, and today they're getting feedback on those efforts. As Lake County community correspondent Mark Lehman shows us, the input could be crucial for the county's long-term goals.
Over the last several weeks, work has been happening to hear from residents about Lake County's 2050 comprehensive plan. The goal is managing growth while protecting the environment, and now we're seeing the community's response. The Board of County Commissioners going through responses from more than 1,500 people living in Lake County. An in-depth survey gathering perspectives on growth and infrastructure.
These are long-standing residents that have legitimate concerns about traffic and where new houses are being developed.
Kelly Klepper guiding us through the survey results. It's giving county leaders valuable insight into how residents view the current state of Lake County and what's important to protect.
There's a lot of natural beauty and environmental features that are worth preserving. So making sure that we're not affecting those is one of the key themes that we keep hearing.
The meeting is happening as Lake is in the midst of developing a 25-year growth management plan, but a key aspect is cooperation from the county's 14 cities.
We do have high hopes. We would love it if we actually got all the cities on board and our comp plan was all one big plan.
Meanwhile, commissioners are moving forward with the plan.
What are those things that we can build into the comprehensive plan that establishes that vision so that the county can take the next steps?
While the future of this comprehensive plan is still very much uncertain, the next steps include re-engaging the public over the next 6 months. If the plan is adopted, that likely will not happen until fall of next year. In Lake County, Mark Lehman, News 6.
It's an ongoing debate in schools across the state. Should cell phones be allowed in the classroom? And happening today, the superintendent of Brevard County Schools says the district will take up a cell phone ban at their school meeting tonight. It would be a bell-to-bell ban for all students K through 12. Superintendent Dr. Mark Rendell says it would strengthen the phone policy put in place in recent years.
We're going to strengthen our policy. In the past, cell phones have been outlawed during instructional time. In other words, students couldn't use their cell phones during class. The board's taken the step to make sure that students don't use the cell phones at all during the day.
Tonight's meeting is set for 5:30. We'll let you know what happens over on clickorlando.com.
If you've got broken blinds like this one, I bet you already have a solution that you don't even know about. I bet you got extras. So I'm going to show you how to take one of these out and slide it in to replace it. I'm Eric Von Ank and the Handy Newsman. We're getting results at home. Coming up.
You're watching News 6 at noon. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery.
Mary Lou here in Point Sienna. Nice to see you. It's just
so
Eric Von
exciting.
Anken, the handy newsman with Destiny.
Hi.
To fix your broken blinds?
Yes, broken blind.
Okay, show me.
All right, come this way.
Aha, I think I see it. But what happened here?
The dog broke it, I believe.
It's always the dog. The idea is we're going to slide these out. I'm going to slide this one in. And we're going to try and get results for you.
Okay, good job.
First thing I'm going to check for is, are there extra slats? And yes, it turns out there are. Often blinds aren't shortened, so you might have an extra one at the bottom. So we're just going to use one of these. And I got to tell you, it's tough to find a single replacement slat. The pros at Lowe's happen to have one laying around, so they gave it to me. Otherwise, maybe check Amazon. But if you got extras, this is the answer. Step one, we're going to pop out the stoppers on the bottom rail. The two stoppers on the ends have little knots in them, so I'm taking out the knot to get the stopper off. Now step two is slide out the slats. And look at this. Turns out Mary Lou actually has two broken slats. So it's a really good thing that we happen to have two extras. Step three now is just to feed in the replacement slats. Now putting the bottom rail back in place. So now we're going to feed the stopper back through the string again and make a new knot. And last thing is to feed the excess string back into the hole where it was to begin with. Now here's something you need to know. If your blinds are automatically tensioned like these, sometimes the pull string can shoot way up and it's really tough to get it back down through. So in that case, take the blinds off, lay them on the ground, and it makes the job a whole lot easier. I'm gonna get Mary Lou. So Mary Lou, how'd we do?
Oh, wow, that is great. What a fantastic job.
Well, that's good. It turns out you had two broken slats, we discovered, but you had two extras.
Oh, wow, that's great.
We got results at home.
Yes, what a great job.
Great.
Always looks so easy when he does it. Eric posted a step-by-step list of instructions and materials with links so you can try it yourself. And like Eric said, we are always looking for our next DIY project. Send us an email and tell us what we can help you with at your home. All right, let's get you to your forecast now. We'll start you with a live look from our Lunch Credit Union camera where we are seeing those clouds building, indicating what is on the way on this second day of school. Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos is here, and already some showers are developing, and we're also watching Tropical Storm Erin.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about, so let's get to it. Yeah, radar as of right now, we're starting to see those scattered showers starting to develop, and that's where the camera was pointing a little further inland, and this is what it's starting to capture. Some of those big cumulus clouds there starting to develop some heavier downpours. A couple lightning strikes right now. Port Orange, Daytona Beach. One of the best tools that I use even at home with my kids when we're out and about is that lightning tracker on the News 6 weather app, because this, at the end of the day, that lightning is really the #1 danger in some of these afternoon thunderstorms that we're going to continue to see off and on throughout the next several months. You can see down through New Smyrna, Maytown, Lemon Bluff, all seeing those heavier downpours. As of right now, the rain further inland is a little more scattered right along the 528 there in Orange County, Narcoossee, St. Cloud, Harmony, all seeing some of those light to scattered showers. Some of them already producing some pretty heavy rain at this point in time. Now into the afternoon, we're going to continue to see those scattered showers working their way in from east to west. So our coverage for today still sits about 60%. Now the good news or bad news, depending on what your timing is for today, an earlier start to the rain means an earlier end to the rain. I think on Wednesday, it's going to be the opposite. We're going to have them lingering a little later in the day, where today they should wrap up pretty soon. And we're not only tracking the heat, but we're also tracking Tropical Storm Erin. Latest update, the heat index still all in the triple digits for most of Central Florida, with the exception of Daytona Beach at 95. Right now it's 99 in Leesburg, but 104 degrees there in Cocoa Beach. But now let's check on that hour-by-hour forecast for today.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
Your highs today back into those mid-90s, inland low 90s along the coastline. Like I said earlier in the show, the The model data is doing really well, kind of capturing those scattered showers developing. It's going to hold whatever develops this afternoon, pushes it further inland. We could see some scattered showers lingering between about 4 o'clock in the afternoon till about 6 o'clock. So if you have some plans, picking up the kids from school, the car lines and dismissal and whatnot might be delayed slightly because of those scattered showers, with most of the late day rain kind of still sticking out towards the west coast there. Then as we head into 5 o'clock on Wednesday, so let's fast forward the clock 24 hours, you can see that the collision will be a little more centered right along I-4, where today it's all a big shift from east to west. Tomorrow there will be a little bit of a longer battle between the sea breezes, which is why we could have rain lingering as late as about 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow night. So the moral of the story, making sure you have that rain gear handy. Keep your eyes to the sky. Quick check on Tropical Storm Erin, still estimated with winds of 45 miles per hour. The forecast for the 11 a.m. update didn't really change much. Still maintaining tropical storm status. It's got a lot of dry air to go through, and then could become our first named hurricane and even our first major hurricane by this weekend. Most of the models still continue to bring Erin right into that little escape route where the big ridge of high pressure kind of weakens, and that's where it will slide back out and remain out to sea. Now the only issue is as it closes in a little closer, our beach forecast is looking good, but wave heights could really start to increase come Tuesday and Wednesday. So just do be aware of that. It's still 7+ days out, Julie, so I really want to make sure everyone's kind of really staying on tabs, on really keeping an eye and keeping close tabs on Erin, as we still have a lot more days to go.
Oh yeah. Okay, Candace, thank you. Streaming services continue to grow, buying everything from TV shows to movies and now sporting events. Coming up, the streaming service that just bought the rights to UFC fights and where you can still watch some on regular channels. You're watching News 6 at noon. Stay with us. We'll be right back. The way you watch UFC is about to change. Paramount has bought the media rights to the Fighting League for $7.7 billion. The deal was announced yesterday. The league's 13 main events and 30 fight nights will start streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus at the beginning of next year. A number of events will simulcast on CBS, which is a subsidiary of Paramount Global. The 7-year deal moves UFC fights away from the existing pay-per-view model. For the first time in more than a year, Taylor Swift fans will be hearing some new music. At 12:12 this morning, the Grammy winner announced her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. Swift has not released any more information on the new album, but will likely give some more details on her appearance on the New Heights podcast tomorrow with her boyfriend Travis Kelce and his brother Jason. Take a break from those summer reruns and try out the all-new primetime schedule on News 6 Plus. Matt and Ginger have a new take on the day's news on News 6 tonight. That's at 9. Then go in-depth as we track the tropics and answer your weather questions with meteorologist Jonathan Kagas at 9:30. Then watch the late news an hour earlier. It's all tonight on News 6 Plus. Download our streaming app for free. Search WKMG in your smart TV's app store. It's also available on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. We'll be right back.
All right, the radar is starting to heat up just a little bit as we are watching some of those scattered showers, primarily along Volusia County there. Some of the heavier downpours still producing some lightning. Now this line will continue to shift inland like it has already there in Osceola County. Just do be aware of scattered showers, heavy downpours still a possibility throughout at least sundown tonight. Rain chances still hover at about 60%, a little more of the same tomorrow. Timing might be off just a little bit.
Okay, thanks, Candace. Switch over right now to the News 6 Plus streaming app or click Orlando.com to watch News 6 Extra. Our next newscast is at 4. Have a great day.